Okay, so this is step 3 of solving the Rubik's Cube. Again, thank you, Dan Brown. Alright, so on the third step of the Rubik's Cube, you want to do this top row. There's a couple of things you need to do. The first thing you want to do is you want to try to get 4 together and put them in the back left like this, which I happen to already have. I got lucky. From here, you're going to go to try to get 3 across, and then from there you're going to get the blue cross. So sometimes when you do this, you look up and you already have a line going across. Sometimes when you're done with this, you already have a T going across, the cross. So you're good. I've actually done the Rubik's Cube once or twice, and then when I got to this row, everything was done. The whole Rubik's Cube was done. It's happened once or twice, so it's kind of rare. So now I happen to have these blues and the 4 of them together. So what I do is I put them into the back left. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep them in the back left, and I do this simple algorithm, which is front, right, up, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted. And this gave me the blue line going across here. That's what I want. Now, if I wasn't so lucky and I didn't have these 4, I would just choose a side and start doing this algorithm: front, right, up inverted, front inverted, until I got either the line going across or the 4 in the corner. Now once you have this line going across, you do the same algorithm one more time. So it's nice and easy. It's front, it's right inverted, up inverted, front inverted. And now what this gave you, don't mind this piece here, is it gave you the blue cross. Blue cross, very nice. So you're done with this algorithm. Once you have the blue cross, you are going to see if you have any that match over here. Now, I see right away that my white and my red match up, so it didn't take any spinning. But usually you spin and you look, okay, the yellow matches, but no other ones. So you need 2. You're going to get 2 that match no matter what. So now none of them match this way. All right, here's the orange matches. Nothing else matches. All right, so I already know that the white and the red match. Now, it doesn't really matter, but you're either going to have these 2 that match or these 2 that match. So if it's the ones that are across from each other, you want to put the proper colors in the front and in the back, and then do this algorithm, and it's going to make it this way. So it's the same thing, and that's just going to be this algorithm here. So if it's these 2 pieces, I put it so that it's to my right and away from me. And I do right, up, right inverted, up, right, up, right inverted, and then up. I wrote inverted here. That's wrong. That's wrong. Okay, so anyway, yellow, orange, white, red. Now it all matches. Now again, that algorithm, had I had the pieces that matched front and back, then I put it front and back. I do this algorithm here, take out that little, it's up, it's not up inverted, and then it would be over here on the right and on the back. And then I put it here to the right, to the back, and I do the same algorithm, and it's going to be all. So I have my blue cross, don't mind this piece, blue cross, and this piece, this piece, this piece, this piece, everything matches, okay? So now what we need to do is we need to do these 4 edges. To do the 4 edges, it is pretty simple. What we're going to do is we're going to see if we have any that are right. So this is blue, orange, white. Oh, my kid's not letting me do this. All right, so this one's right. So I leave it here, and I do this algorithm. Up, move. What I'm doing is this piece is right, but these 3 need to be moved. So I'm going to move this piece out of the way so this piece doesn't get moved. So I'm going to do up, right. I'm going to move it out of the way again. Up inverted, left inverted. I'm going to move it out of the way again. Up, right inverted. Move it back out of the way. Up inverted, and then left. And what happened is this piece stays here, and these pieces moved. But they're still wrong. Blue, yellow, orange, they're still wrong. So I'm going to do it again. Up, right, up inverted, left inverted, up, right inverted, up inverted, left inverted. Now this piece stayed here. These 3 pieces moved. And now if you see, they're all right. Blue, orange, yellow, they're all right. They're just spun around wrong. So now what happens is this. All you gotta do is move them all. This brings in this algorithm again. Now, what I do is I choose a side. If one of them is done and totally correct and the blue is already facing up, I like to put it here and start here with the bad one, because your bad one's got to be here. So I'm going to choose yellow this time. So this is the one where you put your left thumb on the yellow center and you don't ever move it. And this is where I like to count to 4, but it's right inverted, down inverted, right, down. Again, right inverted, down inverted, right, down. Now I stop here because it's done. The blue is facing up. Now this is the point where it's very important you do that down. And that's why I count to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, to make sure I finished. Because if you don't do that 4, you're not going to do the puzzle. Now, remember I told you don't move this left thumb. Now all you got to do is take the top and spin the top, up inverted, spin it so that the wrong piece is here, and do the same algorithm. Right inverted, right, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget that 4. So now that piece is done. That was nice and easy so far. Spin the top. Put the wrong one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right inverted, right, down. Right inverted, right, down. Don't forget to do that 4th one. Now, last one. Spin up. Just the top, up inverted. And do this. Right inverted, right, down. Right inverted, right, down. Right inverted, right, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you see, you have a completed Rubik's Cube. You have done the Rubik's Cube. Very good. Now that you have a completed Rubik's Cube, I'm going to show you something real fast with this algorithm here. Remember we wanted to keep the right one here and it moves these 3. I want to show you how it moves these 3. Up, right, up inverted, left inverted, up, right inverted, up inverted, left inverted. So now look what happened. This piece is still perfect. It didn't move. It never moved. These 3 pieces moved and got rotated. So now I'm going to just to show you that, what happens. It's very obvious when the cube is completed. So I'm going to do it again. Up, right, up inverted, left inverted, up, right inverted, up inverted, left. Do it again. See how all it did is rotate these 3, I guess clockwise, and it rotated their orientation. So just so you can see what exactly this does. It keeps this piece here, never moves. These 3 do. That's why that works. Okay? It's actually pretty simple. These are pretty much all the algorithms you need. And it's not that much actually. It's pretty simple. It's just practice. Practice, practice, practice. And I'll tell you another thing. I put the cube down for about 2 weeks or so. I lost it actually. Then when I found it, it took me a couple seconds to remember the movements. So it's definitely like a muscle memory, and you got to do it a whole bunch of times. But that's it. It's a Rubik's Cube. I never could do it when I was younger. My 3-year-old got a cube for Christmas. I don't know why, but he got a cube for Christmas. So I took it as an opportunity to learn. Thank you to YouTube. Thank you to Dan Brown. And I hope you enjoy.